Hi everyone, welcome back. So happy new year again to you that's just joining me, or otherwise if you've come from my December favourites, thanks again for watching. This is obviously my overall favourites for 2010, and so I'll get straight into it because I've got quite a few products, only because I want to sort of go through each sort of category, so eyes, lips, face, etc, and skincare. And I was trying to be really good. There's easily grab like 3, 4, 5 products for sort of each category, but I've tried to be good and have just one or at the most 2 sort of products. So, but I want to try and whiz through everything, so I'll get straight to it. So I'll start on the face. So my favorite products for the face, I'll start with the eyes. So I suppose overall favorite eyeshadow, one that I sort of use the absolute most, and I did actually mention this many a time before, is Stila Cloud. It's just a beautiful frost, sort of browny grey or dirty sort of grey brown, absolutely gorgeous, pretty colour. I use it either on its own over my lid, or I use it with a lot of different colours, and it seems to work really well. I love it, and it's super soft. Probably my absolute favourite crease colour is a good cheapy one, and it's the E.l.f one, and in Pebble. Again, I have mentioned this many a time. It's a sort of grey brown colour, but it's a really pretty grey brown, and it's got a slight bit of shimmer to it. It's more like a satin finish. I love it for crease colour, or for my outer V as well. Really nice. Now maybe my overall favourite concealer is definitely hands down Physcians formula in the yellow. It's the, I suppose, more the corrector rather than the concealer. And I'm literally at the end of the tub. Now I actually depotted. What it actually looks like is it comes in a little tube like that. It looks like a lipstick tube. But that's the yellow one. Corrector for under my eye area, mainly because it's just so creamy. I've never had any issues with the product. It doesn't sort of collect in the fine lines under my eye, but I love it. Favorite, hands down favorite sort of mousse foundation, I suppose you can even call it a liquid foundation, is the Bourgois Mineral Matte one in number 81. This is Ivory. I love it. I've lost count how many times I've repurchased this product. I still love the FaceofAustralia and the Australis mousse foundations, but I just find this one extra creamy, really nice. And I love the fact that it's a mineral blend as well. I love that one. I suppose blushes, my favourite powder blush is still MAC's Perfect Cheek. I've mentioned this again many times. I think this is my third one. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful dusty pink colour. It's great in summer, great in winter. I love the fact that it's actually matte, but it's a really nice velvety matte. I love that. For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while know I love cream blushes. Lots of different brands of cream blushes, lots of different shades. I normally love the sort of dusky plum colours, but I had to just pick one cream one, and I actually grabbed the NYX Natural, and this is actually quite a bright pink compared to most of the pinks that I have. But you can see there's a huge dent in that one, and I've used this many a time. I've reached for this so often, so it has to be my hands down favourite for the year, which is the NYX number 2 Natural. My favourite bronzer, I could easily pick a whole ton of bronzers. I have quite a few different brands, but again, had to pick one, and I actually picked the Sugar Baby one. Again, I have picked this again many times before, and this is in the Glow Getter shade. Try not to blind you with the mirror, but it's a huge size. It's a really nice bronzer. It's not too orangey, and it's only got a little bit of shimmer. I prefer bronzers that are more matte. I have so many other things with shimmer in it that if I wanted the shimmer, I can sort of build it up. But I believe using bronzer or contours that don't have any sort of shimmer to them look a little bit more natural as well. But it's a really pretty shade, and the fact that it's easy to get in Australia and it's affordable as well. So I'm just digging around in my little box so I won't forget anything. Oh, I forgot for eyes, my favourite liquid liner. Now I love liquid liners. Again, I have a whole ton of them, but my most repurchased one, I suppose for the year 2010, would be the FaceofAustralia one. It's just the thin tip liner. You can see that one. Again, it's a really precise application with that. I love it. It's a really nice black. It's not like a green or a blue black that you get with a lot of the ones. It seems to be, at least on my skin tone, it comes up a true black. Again, it's also foldable, and it's easy to get in a lot of different places in Australia. Done it for the, oh no, I haven't done it for the eyes. I've got one more, and now I've only been using eyelid primer for the last couple of years, if you can believe it. Before that, I didn't know about eyelid primers. I couldn't wear eyeshadow because my eyelids are fairly oily and the eyeshadow would end up literally everywhere but on my eyelids, and it was a mess. So since I've been using eyeshadow primers, I love it. I love wearing eyeshadow. My hands down favourite for 2010 would have to be the Urban Decay's Primer Potion. Now I know probably a lot of people are probably rolling their eyes on it. It's always that one. I could easily say the ID Bare Minerals Prime Time Eyelid Primer because I absolutely love it. But the fact that it's only 1.5 mils and it is so expensive in Australia. It's $45 in Australia, which is fairly close to the US dollar at the moment. So that is very expensive. Although this is fairly expensive anyway, it's still great. You get 10 mils for it as well. And so for the overall value and quality of it, this would have to be my favourite one. Okay, for the rest of the face, I love illuminator pens, not concealer pens, but illuminator pens or under eye brighteners. I love the YSL Radiant Touch one. I love my Sports Girl one as well. But because that's discontinued, I thought I'd go for one that you can still get. And this is the Estee Lauder one. This is the Ideal Lights brush on illuminator pen. It's a little bit mangled because I've had this in my makeup bag. And this is probably my third, it can even be my fourth one. I forget which number at the moment because it's worn off, but it's a really nice sort of light pink. Actually works well to sort of brighten up my, not the under eye, but sort of in the corner of my eye. I can even use it as a on my cheeks. I can use it on my brow bone as well, but I really love this one. It's really nice. It is a little bit pricey obviously in Australia, but it's one of those ones I get on special. Now my favourite sort of face primer, I've been trying a lot of different face primers last year. Gosh, it's weird to say last year, it was only yesterday, but I've been using a lot of different primers. I do love the MAC one, I do love my Red Earth ones and all the sort of mattifiers and that, but probably the one I've reached for the most or loved the most since I've actually been using it, which has only been 3.5 months, is the Facetoface SuperMatte Anti-Shine one. Now I got this at iMats. I'm not sure where in Australia you can pick this up in store. There are sites you can buy it online, but I love it. It's only 18 mils though, and it was fairly pricey anyway to get it, but I love the fact that it's like an anti-mattifier, so it sort of mattifies my face, also primes it so the makeup goes on really smooth and keeps that makeup on. And this is the light shade. Now we're ready to go to the lips. Now I love lip balms. I love lip balms. But I thought I'd just try and keep it to 2. This is where I had to go to because I couldn't sort of decide. Now my favourite sort of lip balm, well, I suppose non-coloured one, is the Olive by Langolis Australia range. I love these ones. I've got a couple of different sort of scents. I love the vanilla and the musk, one of my favourites. I've also got the lavender. It's a really nice fragrance, but they're so moisturising. They've got olive oil in the products, and I love that sort of fact that they're sort of natural. So I love those ones. They're great. I keep them in my purse. I use them at night. I use them in the morning before I put on sort of lipsticks. But my favourite one for sort of wearing on its own is probably Smith's Rosebud Salve. I love this. I love the fact it's in a tube as well. I can slip it in my pocket if I'm just going out. I've got one even at work, and it's the one that I sort of keep in my purse. I love this stuff on its own. Or they're also good as well, sort of wearing under sort of more of your matte or more dry lipsticks. It's great to wear under that, and I love the scent. It's wonderful. My favourite lipstick would have to be hands down NYX Thalia, or maybe it's pronounced Thalia, I'm not sure, but it's a really beautiful dusky plum pink. Sort of my favourite. A lot of my shades that I have are sort of mauvey pinks, dusky plums as well. I love this though. It's so creamy, it's cheap. Even though we can't get them in a lot of the stores in Australia, there are a few that do actually sell NYX, but I can't actually get to them, but I still love it. I love the colour. This is actually my third one. I've got one in my bag. I've got one that I keep on my desk, and I've got another one floating around the house somewhere, but I've got like 3 of them, so my favourite lipstick. Now I love lip glosses, and I'm sorry guys if this is really going on. I've got heaps more to go, but my favourite sort of lip glosses are again plums and pinks and mauve sort of colours. My favourite again for 2010, I think it was in 2009, is the Mauve Fiesta by Lancome. It's just the perfect mauve. I cannot find a dupe for this. If anyone knows this colour and knows a dupe, please let me know, because it is fairly expensive. And you can see it's actually pretty close to sort of the shade of Thalia, but it's a really beautiful mauve colour. Absolutely love it, and it's so creamy, but again, so expensive. And my sort of cheaper one would have to be the Barry M lip gloss, like the quarter of the price, the Lancome one in Toffee, and I love this. It's a really nice natural lip gloss and tastes great as well. Oh no, I've got one more favourite sort of contour and highlighter. I'd have to go for this one because it is a duo. It's the MAC D Squared. It's the Bone Beige Emphasize. I've really gone to town on this one. I don't know if you can tell how dented they are. I love this brown because it's a perfect matte brown for contouring for me when I'm wearing powder. And this is a really pretty highlighter. It's not overly shimmery. It's just a really nice natural sort of highlight around the décolletage, on the sort of brow bone and on the cheekbone as well. But it's a great duo, so I love that. Okay, that's it for the face, guys. Thank you so much for sort of watching. I'm looking at the time and I'm actually ashamed that I have to make a second video. I don't have to, but I'm going to do a second one just for skincare, hair, nail, and sort of tools and accessories. Again, for those of you that sort of want to watch that. Again, thank you so much for your support in 2010, and I look forward to your support in 2011. Take care, guys. Until part 2.